Overall, I thought we had a very productive spring. I think our players learned a lot and worked hard at what's important, and that's your technique and your fundamentals and getting better at your position. As far as the game went today, it kind of goes pretty much as expected as far as the red team winning. Hopefully they did win, and you would think they would. But there's a couple things that we had issues with, and offensively, obviously, the turnovers. I thought defensively we did a nice job. The linebackers and the secondary are very experienced, and it really showed up. They kind of knew what was going on. They weren't looking to the sideline, to their coaches, and that's really what I wanted to get out of it. Was the first time they're out on the field by themselves, running the show, and I was happy with the one defense. If we wouldn't have turned the ball over with the one offense, then I thought it would have been a pretty good day. As far as the white team goes, it's about them individually seeing how they played and seeing where they fit in with the depth, and that's something that we'll continue to evaluate.
Safe to say Brandon's the starter at this point.
Well, we're not going to name it who's the starter, but he's had the better spring when you combine everything together. He's ran the offense better than the other two guys have at this point. He's done some nice things. He understands it. He's very coachable, and he knows what the progressions are, has a good idea about coverages, and has done a nice job of studying that. DeMarcus continues to show his skill and his ability, but we have to get rid of the mistakes. And he hasn't played for 2 years, so obviously there's some rust there, and he's working hard to get rid of it. He's very coachable, and I like that a lot. And then James, I thought did some good things. He had to work with the twos the whole time against the one defense, and that's tough. But he has a good understanding of the offense, and he just has to have more timing because of he doesn't have a strong arm as the other two. So, and that's hard to do when you're rotating so many receivers in there.
Something that I'm sure wasn't surprising.
Well, I think what we really worked hard to try to establish is that the players understand what our expectations are of them. How we come out to practice to work, what type of tempo that we have, that it is really important to us as a staff that they get better on an individual basis with their technique and their fundamentals, and that we're going to grind hard every day. We have to get it to where they expect that from themselves every day and from their teammate every day. We're not quite there yet. I think they do understand what we're striving for as a staff, but they're not quite expecting that effort out of themselves every day. And so we got some work to do, but it was fun, and we enjoyed it. And I think we established some leadership, and that gives us a chance to be a good football team.
What about Willie McNeil? He's a guy who's always...
I made a big swing to try to get Jeff here. Thought I'd probably strike out, but I know how much he loves the state of Kentucky, how much he loves the city of Louisville, and he really just wanted to come back and be closer to home. And the fact that we've worked so well together in the past. We both really understand what it is we want to do. I really love having Jeff on my staff because he has some different background than I have, and we've kind of related the offense and been able to combine some different things. And he's got just a great football mind, so it makes it fun in the meetings, and we can switch plays as far as formations and motions and have the same progression for the quarterback. That makes you look a little more complicated than you really are. So to have him come here and be our offensive coordinator, assistant head coach is very, very valuable. He's also a great recruiter. He's done a great job in recruiting. To have Colby come in, is something that when Colby played for me, he's always one of my favorite players. Really learned and was a great competitor. Guy that started for 4 years, very, very successful. Graduated in 4 years, which means a lot, says a lot. He's going to be a great coach. Understands our offense, has played the game at the highest level. So I think that's really good for our players. That they see that here's a guy teaching me, and he's done those exact same things at the highest level.